Have you ever paused long enough to wonder, who is watching over you right now? Not in a mystical way, not in a superstitious way, but in the way the Bible describes, a spiritual realm so active, so ordered, and so involved in God's plan, that if your eyes were open for even a moment, you would never see your life the same way again. Today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood, but most hope-filled topics in all of Scripture. Angelic beings. Who they are, where they came from, and what they're doing right now. This isn't fantasy. This isn't myth. This is biblical reality. And by the end of this episode, you'll have a deeper sense of God's protection, His sovereignty, and the unseen help He provides to His people every single day. Let's begin. The word commonly translated as angel simply means messenger, but the Bible makes something very clear. Angels are not a separate species of little winged creatures. They are spiritual, intelligent, powerful personal beings created by God. Hebrews 1:14 calls them ministering spirits. This means they are immaterial, though they can appear in physical form. They are personal, not energy forces or impersonal vibes. They possess intellect, emotion, and will. They speak. They rejoice. They inquire. They worship. They make decisions. They experience loyalty or rebellion. They are not robots. They are not drones. They are not vague light beings. They are God's spiritual family in the heavenly realm, operating under His rule and authority. The Bible shows angels striking armies, shutting the mouths of lions, rolling away massive stones, defending God's people, executing divine judgments, delivering revelation, moving with speed far beyond human capability. Yet, even with all their power, angels are never portrayed as omnipotent, omnipresent, or omniscient. They are finite, though more capable than humanity. Scripture presents an ordered heavenly administration: messengers, warriors, throne guardians like cherubim and seraphim, heavenly princes assigned to nations, attendants in God's throne room. This structure shows purposeful design. God's kingdom is not chaos. It is order, hierarchy, and intentionality. The Bible doesn't give a chapter and verse statement that says, on day Samuskans, God created angels, but Scripture pieces together a clear picture. Job 38:4-7 reveals that when God laid the foundations of the earth, the angels shouted for joy. This means angels existed before the physical world. They witnessed the ordering of creation. They understood God's initial cosmic design. Only God is eternal. Every other being, human or angelic, owes existence to Him. Angels had a beginning. They are part of God's creative work. Scripture uses phrases like myriads of myriads, thousands upon thousands, heavenly hosts. The emphasis, beyond count, beyond human measurement. Angels are numerous on a cosmic scale. Before rebellion ever entered the spiritual world, angels were pure, loyal, in full harmony with God, aligned to His will. The existence of fallen angels today is a later development, but not part of God's original design. Many people assume angels exist primarily to protect us. That's part of their role, but only a small part of a much bigger picture. Scripture reveals 4 main categories of angelic purpose. Before angels are messengers, before they are warriors, before they are guardians, they are worshipers. Heavenly beings surround God's throne. They declare His holiness. They celebrate His works. They honor Him as King. Their primary identity is rooted in the glory of God. Angels are God's workers, faithful executors of His plans. They deliver messages, interpret visions, assist in prophetic revelations, enforce divine judgments, protect God's redemptive timeline. Every major movement in Scripture, especially around the birth, death, resurrection, and return of Christ, involves angelic activity. Hebrews 1:14 says angels are sent out to minister for the sake of those who will inherit salvation. This includes protection, guidance, encouragement, deliverance, strength in moments of weakness, assistance in spiritual warfare. Angels do not replace God. They are not mediators between God and people, but they serve as instruments through which God accomplishes His purposes in the lives of His people. Scripture hints at a deeper, structured spiritual world, heavenly princes assigned to nations, spiritual authorities in the unseen realm, a divine administration that corresponds to the earthly world. This means angels operate far beyond individual tasks. They are part of God's cosmic government, executing His rule across creation, both seen and unseen. In modern culture, angels are often presented as cute babies, dead relatives who earned wings, guardian spirits made in our image, wish granters or mystical guides, but scripture paints a very different picture. Angels are not humans who have died. Angels do not resemble Renaissance artwork. Angels are not to be worshipped. Angels do not act independently of God. Angels serve the purposes of the Creator, not the desires of people. It's important that believers understand angels biblically, not culturally. You are never alone. God commands the heavenly realm concerning His people. There is purpose, order, and protection surrounding your life, even when you can't see it. God's world is bigger than your fear. The problems you face are real. But the spiritual help God provides is far greater. Angels are reminders of God's sovereign care. They are a visible display of God's invisible faithfulness. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. The God who commands the hosts of heaven is the same God who cares for you. This truth should lead to worship. Angels point us back to the one who created them. Their existence magnifies God's glory, holiness, and power. The more you understand angels, the more you understand Him. If your eyes could be opened for even a moment, you would see a kingdom at work, a kingdom filled with order, beauty, loyalty, and power, all directed by the hand of your Father. Angels aren't the heroes of the story. God is. But He surrounded your life with these beings to accomplish His purposes and to remind you of His constant care. So take heart today. God is at work in ways you cannot see, and the spiritual realm is not something to fear, but something that reveals the greatness of the one who loves you. So take heart today. God is at work in ways you cannot see, and the spiritual realm is not something to fear, but something that reveals the greatness of the one who loves you.